Suicide's been on my mind. A good friend of mine attended a funeral today for a man who committed suicide. He was a year younger than me. He didn't make it to his 40th birthday. Well, I didn't know the man. It still upsets me greatly. I think we've all been touched by suicide in one way or another. It just depends on how closely. According to the World Health Organization, 720,000 people commit suicide globally each year. 720,000. That equates to almost 2,000 a day. I don't know about you, but I think that number is far too high. And it's indicative of extremely unhealthy societies. Like, it's such a privilege to be alive, to be in human form. And we got all these people that just don't want to be here. And like, they're not alone. There's a lot of people, I understand, that are suicidal or have suicidal thoughts that just don't do it. So they're not the only ones that don't want to be here. There's millions of others that are barely holding on. This is a global issue. It's a very serious one. If there's 2,000 people committing suicide every day, and there's 1,440 minutes in a day, that means every minute someone somewhere on this planet is saying they just don't want to play anymore. They can't hack it and they're done. We have to do better. Together, we have to do better. Because then they're not suffering alone, and they didn't get to that point where they can't be here anymore on their own either. It's my belief they're all suffering from scarcity in one way or another. Might be financial scarcity. That, like when COVID happened, I think we're all aware of the financial implications when COVID occurred, and that people were committing suicide because they couldn't pay their bills. Gosh, that broke my heart in two when I was learning of those things. Like, over money, that's not okay. But that's not really the scarcity that I have in mind when I say it. They don't think they have enough. They don't have enough connection with other people, or they don't have enough maybe material things. They don't have enough material things. They don't feel enough life inside them, you know. They just can't get past that heavy darkness that they're carrying and that they're living in. And they don't know that they can actually change that. It's a choice. They've been doing it for so long that they don't understand it as a choice, because it's an unconscious choice, because they're not consciously making those choices as to what's happening inside. If they were full of love and full of life, they wouldn't want to leave the party early. The party ends for all of us. It's guaranteed, but we are not meant to go home earlier than anticipated. We need some solutions to this. We need to help each other come back to life. There is so much suffering. You know what one of my dreams is? I have a few. I would like to see one day, just one whole day, where on the planet no one committed suicide. Can you imagine that? That'd be a step in the right direction. Would not be the problem solved, but it'd be a step. one day where everyone on the planet decides, yes, I want to be here. Why would I want to be anywhere else? There are other places for me to explore later, but right now I'm here. And this is where I chose to be. I wanted this. People forget that too while they're living these lives. Or they're getting caught up in things that aren't really life. It's taking them for a ride. They sort of forget they chose this wholeheartedly to be here. How do we help each other feel more alive? Well, we're going to need to start with ourselves. We have to make sure that we want to be here in this human form, being life itself. We need to take lights to our darkness within, and we need to bring it up. We need to bring that up out of the recesses of our beings. And we need to bring it up and shine the light on it, saying, who are you? How are you hurting? What do we do here? What did we create? And how can I help? Because we are all creators. This is our canvas. Right here. We all get one. We create what's happening inside, and this creation then goes interacts. This creation then goes and interacts with all the other creations, and then we're globally making this painting together. A lot of people are dreaming some pretty bad nightmares. We need to help wake them up. We need to help walk them home. To do that, we need to be as loving as we can be, and as kind as we can be, as accepting. We need to listen. We need to listen to each other. We can't listen to each other when we can't listen to ourselves. It has to start here within. And when you get really good at cleaning up your own mess, because we all make a bit of a mess of things. Well, I don't know about you, maybe you haven't. I certainly have. I've had many things that I've had to clean up inside before I could learn to live in a lot of peace. I had to wade through a lot of darkness before getting to this point. But it can be done. It can be done for me, it can be done for you, it can be done for all of us. We need to choose the light over the darkness. We need to shine bright as we can. When we're shining brightly, then we're in a position to help each other, the others, back from the edge. I want to stop being so sad about the suicides. I want to be excited by how many of us are choosing life. Completely, wholeheartedly choosing life. Not just surviving, not just getting by, but thriving. Giving it their all. There are so many different timelines each of us could be living. The ones that check out early, that's the lowest possible timeline. The ones that are so amazed and enamored with life, that's up there with the highest possible timelines. And I want us all up there. But we have to choose it. And we have to choose it day after day after day. It's not given to us. We have to do it. We are the creators. What are you creating?